Michael, will you help me real quick?
What? No! Wait, what?
I'm taking 3.
Are you serious?
I know, I was like, what's it?
We found out we were pregnant the day before one of our friends came out to write some music with Michael, and I was heading back down to La Quinta. So Michael and I didn't really get a lot of time to kind of figure out, well, what is next? What do we do? How do we set up doctor's appointments? Like all of those things we didn't get a chance to discuss before I headed home for a couple days. So you'll see us prepping the house for our friend to come and stay, and then I head home, and then I come back.
So one of the main reasons I started coming out to this area originally back in 2016 was to create music with artists and my friends. Having my own place that I can bring my friends and artists to work with was always the dream, the goal, and so it was the first time that I really got to do this ever since we purchased this house. Oh, and here's a pack of coyotes that we saw roaming past the back of the house. The timing was kind of crazy because we literally found out the day before, so this entire time I was trying to work and be creative, but also like a million thoughts were going through my head about, what it's gonna be like to be a dad. Had a great time, but was just kind of like excited to see Kristen again and figure out the future together.
Finn and I are driving back to the high desert. We are going to clean up the house again and get it ready for another guest next week. I'm playing around with the pricing and stuff to book out January. I really want to get a hot tub. I just worry that if we get a hot tub, by the time it gets here, it'll be creeping up on summer again. But my dad was saying there's never not a good time for a hot tub. Well, he's not wrong. I do love a hot tub myself. I think that that's something we should do to level up. But financially, I don't know if that's smart right now. We'll see. I'm excited to see Michael. It's been a couple days since we found out we're pregnant. So, yeah, we have some things we should probably discuss because we haven't really had a chance to really digest it together, which almost is good because he got some time and I got some time. I'm excited and I'm really tired. I'm gonna fall asleep any second now. It's like 3:40 and it feels like it's 10 o'clock at night. And the clouds are beautiful.
Hey, so what are we doing?
We are cleaning up the house because we've got guests coming next week. But it's almost Christmas time, so Michael and I are trying to enjoy this time as well. So we're gonna get the house ready just in case someone last minute books. It's ready to go. We don't have to come back and fix anything up. And then, yeah, we're just gonna go home.
I was here with Roy.
Michael's-
I'm breaking down all of my stuff. We set up the studio. I think I took video of it.
Yeah.
Set up the studio and wrote some music.
Yeah, so Michael got to create in our space that was made to create in.
Yes.
We created here too. So
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that it's implanted on this side because I have cramps on this.
Does it pick an ovary?
Well, your egg drops from a certain one side or the other.
I don't know how it works.
I know. So I think that it's over here because I can feel cramps mainly on this side of my body.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm just peeing a lot. And I feel bloated all the time, but I'm not flatulating. And I'm drinking some tea.
How far along are you?
So I'm technically 5 weeks along.
Technically, but you're like 3 weeks.
But I'm like 3 weeks along when we actually conceived, we believe. Just trying to drink a lot of water. You have to drink like 96 ounces a day, and that's a lot of water. And I'm peeing all the time, so that's accurate. And my boobs are really sore. So I apologize if they're flying around. I'm not used to that in the videos going forward.
Awesome. Now today we're just cleaning up. I got to do the dishes, and Kristen's gonna flip the beds.
Bedrooms. I'm working on that right now.
And get it ready for renters.
After getting the house in order for our next guests, we headed back home to La Quinta, and Michael took us out for a holiday dinner and celebration of being pregnant. Tell me what's going on.
We are, as you've seen over this vlog series, am I backlit? Should we switch? As you've seen over this series, we've had consistent problems with this car. I love it. It's a 2014 Ford Edge. Definitely did everything that we needed it to do. Yes. It did more than a pickup truck could, not height-wise, but you know what I mean. And it's just problem after problem. I keep having things pop up. So I think it's time to sell it. And the market is good for it. What we are going to do is we're going to try out Carvana. I did a quote online, and the quote they gave me was like really good. So
with the amount of like little nicks and things that we have, and
yeah,
the amount that they're giving us is pretty awesome. So we couldn't pass it up.
What we'll do is we'll take that and then we'll put it towards another car.
And
missed a part.
We need to make sure little Bebe.
Yes,
safe.
And we're safety, all those things. This is the process of that. We're now cleaning the car because I'm gonna schedule,
like really cleaning it.
Yeah, we like detailed,
even though it doesn't look like it because we got hit right there. But even then, remember the hit and run, you guys? We were filming during that process too.
So yeah, we'll tell you how this process is because I've never done it before, seen all the ads and no idea. So we'll be your guinea pig.
After washing and prepping the car, I was exhausted. It was time for Mama to take a nap, but I had some weird stitching pain on my right side, and I was hoping by the time I woke up, it would be gone. But when I woke up, it was not gone. It seemed to only get worse, and I began to bleed.
Today I had some strong pain in my right side, where we think that the egg implanted, and we're pretty sure that it's not with us anymore. Maybe not the right time to do this.
We had to pretend like everything was fine because we hadn't told anybody yet, and we didn't want to alarm anyone just in case there wasn't an issue. And then this happened.
So it's day one, and I'm not in pain. I knew yesterday something was off because I felt stronger cramps on my right side than I had in the last few weeks. I've been kind of like, there's been a pulling, but not like a painful pulling, and this was like a painful pulling feeling when I was taking a nap, and I was just praying like that there was nothing wrong. And then I started to bleed a little bit last night, just a little bit, and I called one of my friends who had had a miscarriage before she had her baby that she has now, and what she told me wasn't what I was feeling yet. And I was like, okay, we're okay. I think we're okay. But I just knew something wasn't right, and I hadn't had any dreams about babies. Like a lot of people say they have dreams about babies when they get pregnant, and I hadn't even had a dream that I remembered. And then last night I had a dream about a toilet on a beach and seeing red and purple blood, and Michael was there, and it was like a goodbye. It was like I flushed the toilet and the waves were there. It wasn't gross like it sounds, but it was peaceful. And I woke up and nothing was there, and I was like, okay. And then I was sitting here and I was like, okay, yep, yeah. And last night I had an okay, yep, yeah moment too. So then the bleeding started this morning, and it hasn't stopped. So I'm assuming that that's what that means. I have called my doctor. I have left a voicemail. So hopefully they'll call me back soon. And we'd already just scheduled our January 6th and February 1st ultrasounds. So it's just sad. I started to break down in the message to them. I would rather it happen now than later, I guess. Not that that's like the mentality I should be having. I don't know what mentality I should be having, but it's really hard to function. I'm just sad. And I woke up at like 4, and I just tears just started streaming down my face because my back was cramping. And that's what my friend said happened. And that's how they knew, like, the difference versus like front cramping is pretty normal, but like when your back cramps too, it's like not good. Yeah, last night was hard because our family had people over, and this happened to me like 40 minutes, like the beginning of everything like really actually happening started 40 minutes before everyone showed up. So last night was really tough. And today is not easier because I called my mom, and it was not the plan. It was not the plan. So this is the reality. This year has been a wild ride. Lots of high highs and low lows. So we'll keep you posted.
We are heading down to the Civic Women's Health Center to get an ultrasound and make sure I'm okay, other than everything going on. So we will keep you posted. It's rainy and gloomy today.
Boring outside.
Yeah, it's boring. I thought I was okay, and then I was not okay, and it's just a roller coaster. So trying not to fake myself into feeling positive, because I don't feel that way right now, but I am thankful and grateful that I have felt the feelings, and we'll see what the doctor has to say. So that's where we're at.
Feeling better because we're getting answers. They saw lots of eggs, and they knew my right ovary was where the egg had come from. We have to do blood work because it may be too early to see that it's embedded, or it may be gone. So, blood work to come. So as I'm watching this is me a few months after all of this happened. I feel kind of like I didn't explain what was happening. My pregnancy was diagnosed ectopic. So they administered methotrexate, and you see me in the room waiting for results from my ultrasound and waiting to hear from the nurse practitioner, because my actual doctor, who has been my doctor for 3 years, wouldn't even come see me. They're no longer going to that doctor. And then you'll see me reading the instructions on taking the methotrexate and all of the possible side effects. It's basically like a chemotherapy drug, and it's actually really intense when you look it up. It was really nerve-wracking after the fact, realizing like what I had just taken. And in hindsight, I wish I had waited and done blood work, because I could have done a couple rounds of blood work to make sure that my HCG levels were rising, or maybe I had miscarried on my own, because if I didn't have to, I would have liked to not have taken it. And then Michael and I went to lunch, and we're filming this portion of our conversation after we had cried and had like really deep talk, and we're feeling a little bit on the other side of it, because all we could do was just kind of try to make light of the situation at the time. It seems weird, but you just can't really wrap your mind around it until, I don't know, months later. So that's what you're seeing here.
Just stopped off at Eat Chow to eat chow. We're in better spirits.
I mean, we're trying.
We're trying. How'd you feel when they said I was like still pregnant, basically?
I already prepared myself for you weren't.
Yeah, me too.
So when they said that, I was like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Now this complicates it in my mind.
I know. Yeah.
But
because they were like, they said treat it. And I'm like, treat it?
dissolve it, is what they said.
Yeah. I don't know, I blacked out. She seemed very freaked out. Okay, this is not how I thought you were gonna come up in here. It was like urgent, get this done now, or go back to La Quinta and do it there, but you need to do it like today. And I'm like, well, I'm here.
Well, the urgency is if it grows anymore, then it becomes a problem, and she has to go into surgery, and that's not what we want.
It could burst, it could hurt my fallopian tube and or ruin that whole side. So it's me or you, Appleseed. Sadly.
No.
So, and either way, Appleseed wouldn't even live. That's
so I think that was the thing, was that there was no outcome where we could save the embryo.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It was a lot. It happened very fast. There was a lot of things.
You got a shot in your ass.
She was like, this one goes in your butt. And I'm like, God, I have to put that in my butthole? Like, that was my automatic response.
I was like, no, it's a shot in your butt cheeks. She's like, I thought they were going to put it in my butthole.
I'm like, there's a lot happening downstairs. I don't want to put anything up anywhere else. Anyway, it was not fun. But we're gonna...
But this is reality.
We're gonna laugh so we don't cry, because yesterday, poor Michael, handling me, just like sobbing and hyperventilating. So I'm just like, let's start over. Tell me you're needy without telling me you're needy.
He's on both of us. Look at that.
Look at the two paws. And his tail's going.
So it's been a little over 24 hours since I took the methotrexate. They gave me a shot in my right cheek. I'm feeling a little bit of pressure on my right side, and it almost feels like I can feel something moving down my tube, or I'm not sure if it's what's happening, but it feels a little weird. And I know there's going to be feelings of cramping and stuff, so I'm trying not to freak myself out, and I don't feel like I'm in pain. I haven't been in pain. I just felt a little woozy last night, but just tired, but not like sleepy tired. Just like my body is just like been through it. So I'm trying to relax.
Yeah, I gotta go to the house tomorrow to mop the floors, and it's been windy and rainy and all that stuff. So I just want to make sure that the house is not freezing on the inside. And yeah. All right, so today is December 16th. I had to come to the house solo today. We have guests checking in tomorrow. Our neighbor texted us and said some of our trash cans blew around. We had a crazy storm out here, and the puddles are still frozen. Look at these puddles. There's like ice in them. If you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there's like ice in the puddles. It was cold out here. It was in the 30s. And I think we got a little bit of snow. I know that there's gonna be something I gotta tend to just because the crazy storm. Gotta make sure the house is warm, all of that stuff. So I'm gonna try and show you. I'm solo today. Kristen is in Orange County dealing with some doctor stuff, but not to worry because I love it here. So yeah, this is frozen. Look at this. Look at this. It's frozen. It's like half frozen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's ice. Look at this. Do you see this? Oh. Look at. That's crazy. Okay, these were wet. They dried out in the sun quite a bit, so I'm gonna put these back on here. This one had ice on it. Let's see. That's still wet, but it thawed out pretty good. We're not supposed to have rain at all, so it should be fine. There we go. That's done. A lot of the ground got washed away. This fell over. Let me put this back up. That's fine. Okay, so after doing a bunch of things, I had to run to the store to check to see if there's propane. I was gonna buy a second propane tank, just to have one here, just in case this one runs out. But every store is out of propane right now because it is the cold season. So the house is looking good. It's all clean. The floors are looking good. The living room looks good. The outside looks good. I should have filmed that. I blew the definitely messed up and did not film that. But I used my dad's leaf blower and cleaned up the outside. So yeah, easy peasy. Only took me like 2 hours or so. But yeah, now I'm out.
Today's the day. Ford, baby.
Freaking rained.
It rained. And Michael is washing the car again. Because it's going to... You got time. It's like very sunny. Not a good time to wash the car, but it's all good. Do you think they'll take them with these windshield wipers? They're just hanging there.
All right, so I'm about to meet the Carvana guy. Unfortunately, they're out of trucks. He just texted me. I wanted that shot of the car getting up on the truck because that's what all the ads have. So unfortunately, that's not going to be the case today. Said they're running low on trucks, so a tow truck is going to come get it. So that's the update. I'm about to pull into Walmart because we live outside of their area, so I had to meet them about 25 minutes from our house. Here we go. Okay, so it was not as exciting as I was hoping. It was not the flatbed truck. They ran out of flatbeds, like I said. So I just pulled up in the Walmart parking lot, and the guy texted me and said I'm in the back. He was just wearing a Carvana vest. He literally just made me sign some paperwork. He told me what it was for, and started the car up and said it looked good and handed me a check. So I got a check for I guess that has my name on it there, but it doesn't really matter. I got a check for $10,433, which was what they said online. I don't know how they can reprint a check if there's anything wrong with the car. You know, if it wasn't what you said when you showed up.
If they accepted it, it's done.
Yeah, it's done. So super easy. Now I can cash this check and get a new car. Very easy. Thumbs up for Carvana.
It is Saturday, December 18th. Michael is working on our next video. Finn is resting with his Christmas tree. And I have been wrapping presents with the fire on. So I was in OC Thursday and Friday, and Michael was here working. But now I've wrapped these Christmas presents. I'm gonna put them under the tree. And I'm just trying to get into the Christmas spirit. It is not feeling that way at all. I'm really trying to be excited. I usually love this time of year. I know it's different for everyone. Sometimes it's the worst time of year. Sometimes it's the happiest time of year. And for me right now, it is definitely a weird time of year. Just trying to rest a lot. Today I have not rested, and I need to. So I'm gonna put these under the tree, and then I think I'm gonna go watch Christmas.
We are back at the house.
Back.
We're back at the house. We have started the laundry. What else is happening?
We wiped off all the
High touch surfaces.
surfaces.
Yes.
And now we are beginning the cleaning process.
Yes.
The house is left really nice. They stripped the bed. They were really communicative, great guests. We've had really wonderful guests so far. So
Yeah. We got some new eucalyptus for the shower because it just elevates it a little bit. And yeah.
we're gonna clean.
We're gonna clean. So we had a pretty crazy storm last week, and when I got to the house, this fence was kind of fallen over. I pushed it back and held it up on the other side with a little brick thing right there. But here, check this out. See this? This isn't cemented in, which I learned. So today we gotta fix this before the next storm hits, or else, here, I'll show you. You see this? Look at this. It's wiggling around. So yeah, I'm going to cement this in today because I don't want this fence to fall over. This side's strong, but this side is not.
So I'm usually the second maid, but doctor's orders were to not be doing too much physical activity at all. She was very adamant on that, so I'm trying to not, but it's very difficult. So I think I'm gonna put the pillowcases on to help you. Okay.
What goes next?
Next is the sheet and then the oversheet. Just be careful of your own hair, because we shed.
The good news is we don't have dark hair.
Yes, but still. Okay, we're on a time crunch. You just finished. So freeing the last bit of the floor. The house is ready for fresh guests. We have been dusted. Actually, let me make sure. Yes, dusting has been done. These are already filled up. So what I'm waiting on are some extra towels that go here. But we have one extra one here. We have 2 in here, and we have 2 here. So altogether, they'll have 5 towels. There's 4 guests coming. Hopefully that will be enough. I usually like to have these stocked, but I did not put the towels in first, so I learned my lesson this time around.
The fridge is clean?
Fridge is clean. Inside and out. I think we're good to go. I see it. It's not afraid of you.
All right, so we are about to leave. This is dry now. So I'm gonna leave it uncovered so it can fully dry. And then once it's fully dried, next time I come here, I'll cover this back up and fill the dirt in here. But yeah.
So we just got a call from my nurse practitioner after last night kind of going down like a rabbit hole.
Why are we also dressed like this?
I don't, we come back to the country club and we are the country club.
We have to blend in. That's the thing.
Like I was saying, my nurse practitioner just called and said that my levels are normal, so I don't have to go back for another blood test tomorrow, which was the plan originally. So it gives us a little more room to breathe. And she said that within the next month after another cycle, we could start trying again if we wanted to, and that everything should be fine. But last night, I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole because I really hadn't done any research and I couldn't explain like this feeling I was having, and I wasn't really telling Michael, you know, I was really sad and that it was really impacting me, but I feel like I was ignoring it, or I felt like I was ignoring it. So we talked about that last night, and then I watched a family friend had an ectopic pregnancy about a year ago, and I was watching her story on it, which I had been avoiding doing. She posted it on Instagram,
all the things she was saying was like 4 to 6 months out. Like you can't do anything. Like the drug that they gave us was so intense, like all this stuff. I don't know. I think there was some muddled information there, and everybody is different, and everybody is different how they are impacted by the drug and different things like that. And we got the go ahead from our doctor, like on me. But so last night I just thought, oh God, okay, it's the end. Like I'm not going to be able to try again until like 2023. And we're just going to be like, you know, getting older and not having kids and whatever. So I'm glad that she called and I got all my questions answered, or our questions answered. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the update, but we figured we would update you. You look tired. Are you good? Yeah. So that's our update. And it's Christmas week, and I'm really trying to get in the spirit, but I really, it's really hard too.
The best way
to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
For everybody in the country club to hear. Look at my freaking hair.
It's actually got great volume.
I had it up in a bun. Look at that. That's cool.